Good morning, collective. Rise and shine. Are you ready to start your day? My name is Kim. Welcome to my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot. Let's get started, shall we? Now, they told me to do it this way, so here we go. Let's see. How you doing? How are you doing this morning, you guys? Are you having a splendiferous day? Well, the day's still young. Girl can dream, and so can you. Now then, they told me just to start. Whoops, right on. Oh, we dropped a card. What is it? What's the first card? What does the divine need to share with the collective? Ooh, this is the 5 of Swords. Five of Swords for you means you be defeating your jelly. They're so jealous. They're so full of envy and jealousy. It's ridiculous, isn't it? They do not know what to do. You're like 20 steps ahead of them. 30, 40, 50 steps ahead of them. And they do not know what to do. Now then. Envy and jealousy is normal in a narcissistic relationship. Because you are a star. Because you've got the wherewithal. You really know your worth. And they are trying so hard to get you to go back into these old collapsed versions of yourself. And you're not going to do it. So they're jealous and envious of you, collective. This channeled message, it's not for everyone. But you'll know if this message, this part's for you. Then we're going to get on with all the divination. Envy and jealousy are bullet points that a licensed professional considers normal in a narcissistic relationship because they know what they're looking for. You're with a narcissist. This is the Ace of Cups. You always will be given, here's my offer of love in a cup that has a dead fish in it. That's not what you signed up for. And they think it's really cute. Well, you took the dead fish in the beginning. Why won't you take a dozen dead fish from now on until the end of time can tell? They are serious. See, because you put up with it one time. Don't put up with it. Don't. Let's see now. Your narcissist energy level of envy is jacked up to the roof, but you're protected. See that little bubble that you're in? Usually you're like this on a good day when they're not messing with you, but this morning it was reverse, means you are so protected, collective. Mainly by staying calm, cool, and collected. Not allowing them. Google what observe, don't absorb is in a nutshell. You see that they're ginning something up. They're going to try and hurt you, so you prepare yourself for the insults, for the backhanded compliments. That wasn't a compliment. Oh, you look pretty today. That implies that you weren't pretty ever before. You're never pretty, but today you're pretty. That's a mind game. Patooey and phooey. You're not doing it. They don't want you to have any happiness in life. Sad but true. At least that's been my experience. And here is the arrows of love. You moving away from this little bout of jealousy this morning. You're, oh no, I'm not doing it. Nope, nope. You're starting in with the fake compliments, and then by midday, you're going to escalate. By the time dinner time's here and bedtime comes, you're going to pull this into a full-blown chaos. A humiliation ritual by the end of the day. The beginning of the day told you you were pretty today. By the time bedtime rolls around, you're unlovable. Got it? Now then, narcissists or any human being, any human object can use envy. Envy can stem from a desire to see someone else's misfortune as a dark, energetic way to manipulate and to undermine that unfortunate person's success from now on. They were going through a rough patch, and a narcissist who makes really poor choices daily. Yeah, coming down on a person for having some hard luck. So that person doesn't deserve anything in life, according to a narcissist. You don't deserve a roof over your head. You don't deserve basic human rights, food, air, clean water, basic human rights to exist in peace. Oh no, you're going through a rough patch. They're envious. Envy is worse than jealousy. They don't want you to have anything. You're going to be bereft of the touch of human kindness, life's caress on your face. Oh, you don't deserve it because a narcissist decreed that you don't deserve it. You're a sweetheart. You have a soul. You mind your own business. You don't bother anybody, especially your narcissist, but they go after you because they're jealous of you this morning. Now then, they want what you have. They want the qualities in your personality, especially that they like. They'll co-opt my love of cats. When I met him, he wasn't allowed to have cats. I know why. Because his parents were a little, something was wrong with his parents. They never let him be a child, I know that. I'm not a doctor. I'm just his wife of 39 years and holding. Now he lives for the cats, loves the cats. But he started picking up how I communicated with the cats. He started doing it. They start mimicking the things in your personality that they like. Then they steal those qualities from you and then smear campaign you so that no one can tie that those qualities that were yours they stole from you. So now they start smearing your name. Kim doesn't like cats. Kim never liked cats. Kim wasn't allowed to have cats. See? He swapped revisionist history with me. I had many cats growing up. I was allowed to have pets. He wasn't. I wonder why that was. Because his parents, there was nothing up here, nothing up here. But that's just a teeny-weeny example of them stealing your identity from you. When they're away from you, they're using your same voice, inflection. If you're a happy person, they are pretending to be that degree of a happy person. Then they steal those points for themselves because they now only want to have them. You're not allowed to have your personality traits anymore. Not a doctor. That was my experience with mine. Same thing with my mother. I drew beautifully, painted naturally. She went and took art lessons. She was diagnosed as a narcissist. A feminine female. My mother was a narcissist. Don't have to be a doctor to explain what that evil woman did to me. Because I don't. It's my life experience. Same thing. Been drawing since I was 4. By the time I was 10, I was already in art classes myself. Didn't have money for my art classes because she needed them. Got it? She was learning so much in that art class that all those supplies eventually wound up in a back bedroom. Because they can't keep it up. Now then, they want what you have, your qualities that they like in your personality traits. They want those traits in their own skin. They'll take your resources, they'll take your children, they'll put a wedge between you and your family because you have a close-knit family. They can't stand that. So they'll break everything up with you. Now they're going to say, revisionist, now they're going to say that they had a close-knit family. No. That's how they got you to feel sorry for them. Because of their wretched family. Now their family is so close-knit and fine, good people. Revisionist. And now they have put a wedge between you and your family. And some of these are your friends you've had for your whole life. Now your family's never been close. Because a narcissist said so. Yeah. So, you are so envied, and yet it gets to the point that you're being denied basic human rights. This is them trying to shut you down, trying to destroy you from in your own skin first, so that they will talk you into, no, you need to not go outside, Kim. You don't need to go out and mingle with the rest of the world because you're so wretched. You need to do the world a favor, and you need to hide yourself away. Because that is what they were before you found them. You weren't there to destroy all that stuff that once they have you and they picked you because you are strong. They don't pick weaklings like themselves. Can't destroy another weakling. That takes 15 minutes. They'll take all the decades and time in the world to take you apart until you put a stop to it. This is you waking up. This is you accepting who you really are. Knowing your worth. I don't care what you say. You're a narcissist who loves you, baby. You don't even love yourself. So how? I love you, collective. I love you so much, Kim. You know I adore you. No, I don't. You can pack up those poser, vapid lies in the old kid bag and smile, smile, smile. I know my worth. And when I knew my worth, I started setting boundaries and maintaining them. That's kryptonite to them. It's like holy water to a psychic vampire. Metaphorically, we're on YouTube. 8 of Pentacles. These are all the little details. 8 different things today. Only 8. But they envy you. Envy's worse than jealousy. They don't want you to have anything. They want what you have. You don't deserve to have an inheritance. You don't deserve to have inherited a car. You don't deserve to have earned your way and to start getting some accolades and some recognition in life. You don't deserve that because I'm a narcissist and I don't think you should have those things. I want them. That's what they do. So envy creates vibrations to act on for real, and they do punish you. You don't even know why they're doing this because they're jealous of you, envious of you. P green with envy. So envy creates vibrations for them to act on for real. Say you have no worth. You won't amount to much in life. That's what they tell people. But people are like, Collective's a fully functioning woman. She's got a job she's been doing for 21 years and dutifully handing her paychecks over to you, but you're saying that she's never been paid in 21 years. Get the F out of town. Get out of here with that nonsense. Got it? You are a shiftless dreamer. Oh, I don't know if I can show this. Empress card there, covered up her side. Her side cleavage, right? Reversed. Empress reversed is a narcissistic female who has no qualms about stepping on her own children, hurting her own children if she can fulfill her lust. Doesn't care who she hurts. Now again, you switch those energies around. There's no real gender in tarot. You possess the love and the light of a top-tier earth angel. You are the King of Wands. Good ideas in Aries. Expanding your earth angel abilities in Jupiter and having the cojones in Leo to be an earth angel. Listen to what the divine instructs you to do and follow through and do as you're told. But you will never reject any blessing of abundance. Not on this channel. We claim our blessings of abundance every day. When your aura touches another person, their soul is refreshed. You are needed by people in the world who love you. They love your light. They love your light around them and in their lives. But do you see the jealousy? I want to be an earth angel. Collective, you're not an earth angel. They smear you. You are an earth angel. They're jealous. You can't be an earth angel. I won't allow it. So they try to ruin you and your connection to the divine. Envy and jealousy is normal in a narcissistic relationship. Narcissists deny. They only say that you are jealous of the narcissist. See what they do? Envy's normal in a narcissistic relationship. A narcissistic, toxic, codependent relationship. When they are pea green with envy, they will act out in behaviors tied into their power and control, testing and strengthening their dominance and control over you. You don't have any say in the grading curve, only they do. They are seeking revenge on you. They are seeking security in their own skin in a ridiculous way that doesn't even work. But they'll do it ad nauseum. All of this odd behavior lobbed onto you. Is the narcissist compensating or overcompensating for bouts of low self-esteem in their own skin? I'm fine. I'm better than you. You're nothing. You're worthless. You're useless. They're projecting on you. That's what they feel about themselves. They don't have any self-love. Queen of Swords. Most narcissistic, when it's reversed, female energy, even though I told you there's no gender in tarot. It can be as masculine as the day is long, but he's got inside of there a screaming Mimi. Pissed off narcissistic female energy in there that's jealous of you. Oh, in my case, I see when he's got certain patterns. Don't have to be a doctor to see patterns of abuse. I was in domestic violence in my youth. 3 different ones I picked. 3 different, one right after the other. If I had known I was supposed to be screening for a narcissist, oh, I never would have gotten married if I had known what I was supposed to be looking for. I wasn't going to marry a wife beater. Oh, so I'm married. I'm not a doctor. A very narcissistic person who act exactly like my mother. Same patterns, mind you, but she was a woman. And on our 24th wedding anniversary, I told him, you know, you do the same thing to me that my mother did to me when I was a child. He got so pissed off, narcissistic wound, he was gonna divorce me. It turned into a future fake. He didn't. Oh, but he threatened it. I'm going to divorce you because you compared me to your mother? For real. Well, we just had our 39th wedding anniversary in May. What did I say? Future faked me from the 24th to the 39th. He did not divorce me because I compared him to my mother, who was a narcissist, diagnosed by a licensed professional, and deemed that she was dangerous and she never should have been allowed anywhere near me my entire childhood until I went no contact. My misguided father said that because she was a woman, she got me in the divorce settlement. At 13, I lasted 3 years. At 16, I emancipated myself so I could get a job, became a DECA student and graduate in high school, Distributed Education Club of America. Let's see a show of hands. Were you a DECA student? I emancipated myself at 16 because I wasn't going to make it to 18 for 2 more years. But I went and lived with my dad, who was a bow hunter. I was completely, I guess, butch from that point on. And he used to give me money to buy dresses. Yeah, I love my daddy, though. But I never let him forget. How could you turn me over to that wretched woman for 3 years to torture me until I went no contact from my own mother till I was 22. 16 to 22. Happy days are here again. The sky above is clear again. I'm away from that again. Happy days are here again. Yeah, what was my father think? I'm a man and you can't go live with me because she's a woman. What a bunch of bollocks. In. He didn't know any better. It's how he was raised. Now then. Now, the way I got around this was I used the Bible. That's my grandmother's Bible. That was her wedding present, 1926. She got a new Bible. She told me that if she didn't have that Bible, she didn't know how she would have gotten through life. When she passed, my sister, who run roughshod through my grandmother's possessions because my sister is not a doctor, but there's something wrong with her. Because there is. Oh, she decreed that I got this little handful of things, and one of the things that she gave me was my grandmother's Bible because my sister doesn't believe in anything. So she thought that that Bible should be mine. Hell yeah. At least I read the Bible. She never read. But she doesn't believe in anything. That's her prerogative. I use the Bible, and I have a therapist to rat him out this whole time, my husband. And then she also allows me to give him credit. They're not evil. They just play it on TV. I use the Bible when dealing with my narcissistic husband. I applied my personal understanding of the Bible principles and an awful lot of Psalms. I love the Psalms, though. I set about creating realistic, strong boundaries, and I maintain them now. They're kind of like a child. Every child thrives on structure. So will your narcissist. It's a fact. I sought support from a trusted therapist, also with a trusted friend, and one family member out of all of them. Only one out of all of them. The rest of them are liars. Anything happens to you, Kim, you just come to us. We're family. You just come to us, Kim. They were lying through their teeth. I don't want to hear this negative talk of what you're telling me. I know your husband. He's not like that. You knew my husband on my wedding day, you day tripper. 35 years into it, do you still know him? But you're going to just go by your first impression and me telling you that I'm in danger. I'm being tortured. Really? I learned one out of the entire family. Texas is a pretty big state full of those miscreants in my family. Well, on YouTube, I have a much stronger word that starts with an M for them. Every last one of them. And they did, too, do stuff like that to their own mothers. Because we talked about them. Monsters, all of them. In their own little monstrous universes. One came altruistically and helped me. My brother's only son. He had 3 kids. My brother's, God rest his soul. I love you, Kelly. My brother's only son was the only one that was real, that actually helped me get out of danger. I'm telling you. I feel your narcissistic partner is envying you. It's a palpable energy. What? You want me to split it? No, 9 times out of 10 they're trying to ruin you. Any way they can think of to do it. I see you keep defending yourself against the uncomfortable level of unacceptably pragmatic and unbalanced ways that your narcissist project vile energies and self-doubt and limitless insecurities onto you. Puking it onto you like offal. An emotionally stable Norman human being is you, and it's revolting that they keep doing this to you. Now then. I know. This channel divination session is being clarified by using the tarot. They don't know what to do next. Divine Masculine, you're coming back into reclaiming your power. Ooh, that 9 of Wands again. You are balancing things out, sir. So, miss, you got a chance to be working with your Divine Masculine again. The karmic partner that you are detaching from, sir, didn't like you because suddenly you stood in your truth and you were being real. That means you were resonating, sir, with your Divine Feminine. And you were not resonating with your toxic karmic homewrecker. You're embracing your most authentic self, sir. This morning's divination is using 1 sample of the living word. We're going to do that in a minute. And it shows exactly how the gospel is still identified as being a real authentic power of God's Christ consciousness that we elevate on this channel. We don't do spiritual arrogance. We use an energy called the Christ consciousness that can apply to whatever. If you're a Buddhist, if you're a, what would it be, Muslim, Krishna, Jewish, got it? We use the energy of the Christ consciousness is a vibration that you can carry that's grounded, balanced, and centered to keep your inner peace, to be calm, cool, and collected. The energy that we use is to claim our blessings of abundance that are already in alignment for you to claim. Let me see, sir. What are you up to? This is the Queen of Cups, sir. It doesn't matter what your gender is. You're taking on, you want to give the best love to your divine feminine. Unconditional. Come to her with adoration so that she remains magnetized and receptive. You're not arguing with her about the past. Don't do it. You're not worried about the future because you know that will knock her out of balance, and then she won't have anything to do with you. You've got to help her maintain her balance. You did this to her. She did not do anything to you. You kept a big secret that was torturing you on the inside, and you thought, well, I'll just be tortured for the rest of my days, when you wanted to tell her how many times what was going on. You stopped yourself. Nine of Pentacles. So you're finally settling in. It's going to take time. You do not rush your divine feminine in making some kind of decision to am I in or am I out? You gotta sit there and squirm and sit with yourself for the next 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. So be it. That's how you're going to grow. It's how you're going to learn. There's no other way to do it. You better hope it's 9 days or 9 weeks. But I don't think so. What if it takes you 9 years to get back to the place where it's altruistic, it's on the up and up again? Because you made a really poor choice. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. But you are the only one who can balance this out. It's on you. It's not on your divine feminine. You know there's a Lover's reverse. You know that by doing it this way, you jeopardized your commitment and your connection. You did that. You're going to have to take it to the divine. You're going to have to forgive yourself. Why don't we start there? If you don't forgive yourself, God cannot give you mercy with your divine feminine. You have to, for real, you have to forgive yourself. And that's going to be a painful process internally. But you don't have a choice. You were being sneaky, smarmy, lying, cheating energies that you were tippy-tossing about. But the hard part was, sir, she would go, you know, I keep picking up this energy around X, Y, and Z. You stop breathing. I have to breathe. I can't breathe. She's on to me. Intuitively she was. It wasn't until this all broke. Everything. All the snakes in the mud. Let all the poisons hatch out. And they did. You had to address it with her. And that gave you fear of the unknown. Uncertainty. Because, hell yeah, she could still walk away right now. Huh? Because of your poor choice to keep this from her. How long have you been together? Thankfully, you're embracing your most authentic self. Oh, here's another 7 on the heels of that being an opportunist card, the 7 of Swords. Here's the 7 of Pentacles. Look at what you robbed yourself and your divine feminine of, those pentacles. 7 times the 2 of you couldn't be in the light because you were hiding your karmic mistake. Your little side hot pocket. She has a special ringtone so you know it's her calling. You told your divine feminine that ringtone belongs to my best bud. It's not a girl. Don't you worry. You were lying to your divine feminine. She knows now. It's all out. You can't backpedal or cover it up now. 5 of Cups. You're not going to pull her into those 3 cups laying on the ground. Your divine feminine has those 2 cups behind your back because she's tied to the divine. That's right. So, welcome to my channel, 5 Mirror Tarot. Naturally, I will be sharing a channeled message, well, mini, for you that's also blended with the tarot. I'll get over there in a second. This message is being channeled for entertainment purposes only. So, you should really be 18 and older, so that you know how to show up as a soul family when you come here every day. This encompasses the collective consciousness so that we all grow. I want everyone to be a winner on my channel, even your narcissist, by not being a crafty narcissist anymore, being on the up and up. So that if you can't go no contact, at least you have a way forward. Right? This is to, I trust that there's some information tucked away in here. Some reason why you were attracted to this video or to my channel. Well, welcome. I ask you to please come on in here and settle down. This could be the perfect place needed for you to savor this reading and move into a future higher timeline to complete. Now, some of you have a new connection coming, sir. She has a new connection coming, so you better get to work if you want to keep your divine feminine. Yeah, the divine says this is good to go. She is attracting in a new soul family, soul tribe, but she's also attracting in a high octane soul mate. Sir, if you keep going backwards and you decide you're not going to be an earth angel or a light worker, that you're just, I don't want to do it, I'm going to reject that blessing, that's your call. But this card right here is saying you better think about it. And there's no guarantee that if you do turn this around, sir, there's no guarantee she's going to choose you because of your poor choices with this karmic woman. Did you really think as a light worker that you are going to be able to fool the divine and have your cake and eat it too? Have your divine feminine in your karmic cake and eat it too. They're telling you, heads up. You did that. She is attracting your part of the past. She doesn't know she has a future with you stressing her out with all this nonsense. She's middle pillar. She's in the here and now right now. And she's staying there. Because that's what she's being guided to do. By example, I suggest you learn what she is doing for herself. You better learn how to do that for you. It's your choice. You snooze, you lose, sir. Chariot reversed. She's not obligated to heal you. She's obligated to heal herself from what you just did to her, though. Well, you've been doing it the whole time, but you got caught. People don't treat you like you're invisible. You release so much pain from the past. You're completely healed to the point the universe will allow you to attract the love you desire because you know who you authentically are. That's in the line of the future for you, if you choose to do that, sir. Everyone on your vibration out in the world, the people love your energy, sir. Why don't you go back to being your most authentic self? Because I don't think you being a chintzy player, I don't think that's a good look. I don't think that suits you, sir. And I love my divine masculine so much. I'm merely disappointed in you right now. Change my impression of you to a better one. You know better. Be the best version of yourself right now. You cast all of this malarkey aside. You thought it was important. You thought it was important to keep it a secret. See, you're not good at keeping secrets. I know something I won't tell. Yeah, it was exciting at first, and then it started to burden you. It got heavier until you couldn't even lift it. And it was draining you. It was draining you of your life. You did that to yourself. And your karmic help. Here you are now. If you have faith in yourself, trust in your authentic self, cleave unto your authentic self, go inward. You're the only one who can heal this situation. Starts with you forgiving yourself. How can your divine feminine forgive you if you won't forgive yourself for being so ignorant? Now then. Okay, which one is it? Envy and jealousy is normal in a narcissistic relationship. In this morning's channeled messages, well, it's you, sir, my divine masculine. You are being narcissistic. Your narcissist, miss, is harnessing intense energies. He's jealous because he got caught. You're such a goody two-shoes, miss. He was that. That's what attracted you in the beginning together. You were like exactly like that, and you enriched each other. But now these intense energies. Now some of you are with a narcissist. This is a collective reading. They can either use this energy constructively or destructively like your divine masculine did. So can a narcissist. And when your toxic people do not get to do everything to you, or just to do everything that they would like to do, he or she often turns his or her energies into very destructive, petty ways. Sometimes they're so stubborn, though. I know mine is when they're defending their toxic envy and jealousy of you. I can tell when mine's jealous. I'll actually make some leadway with my own son. Like we do communicate each other. We do have a bond. Oh, my husband can't stand it. So if he sees that my son shows me a kindness, he gets so jealous. It begins. It gets prickly in the air. Before I was numb, I didn't snap to why he was. I didn't put two and two together. But now, when he's acting a specific way, I know he's being jealous. The most useless emotion and envy. Do they serve a constructive purpose? Never. They never do. You don't want a narcissist in a welcome toxic environment. Heart's desire. The goal is to make the narcissist dependent on comforting factors only you, the target or victim, can provide. You can't cut them off from everything. You have to give them, it's kind of like they breadcrumb you in a negative way. You're giving them just enough. You're rationing out their supply. You're not, if you starve them too much, they won't give you anything. You'll get nothing. You better be self-sufficient then. But if you are still part of the same household or live in the same house with them, they'll completely just cut you completely off. In a way, it can be dangerous. I think I'm having a health issue. You need to call. And they're giving you the silent treatment, looking at that TV, making it known that they're letting you know they don't hear what you're saying. Then you better turn around, dial 911 and call the ambulance, which they're going to guilt and shame you for. Why did you do that? Because you were ignoring me and giving me the silent treatment when I thought I was having a stroke. They'll do it. They will do it. You better be self-sufficient if you're not going to give them anything and you're still in the same household. You have to give them something so that they will at least work with you. Or not. It just depends on the person. Depends on your toxic control freak. It means that in life that you want to be free of the falsehoods and the lying. Your goal is to make them uneasy when having to confront them about taking responsibility for most anything that they do to you. And as a victim of narcissism, I'm not a doctor. You only want out of life to get by just enough to live well, being free from both poverty and wealth. We don't have the money for you to go to the hospital I'm hoarding my wealth, so I'm going to say we don't have the money so that I know that I got to keep all that money and you got to suffer and not go to the doctor. See where they're dangerous? Household or business affairs, everything in your house or business is going to be successful. You have to be secure. You have to be happy. Now, hold on now. Was it Psalm 108? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Oh God, my heart is fixed. I will sing and give praise even with my glory. You have a tangible peace offering, sir, my divine masculine, so that you don't give your divine feminine a chance to refuse. Be your most authentic self. You must establish as much leverage over your narcissist as possible. I need to talk to you about, and then you go in the hopes of getting them on your side. Got it? And you tell them that. I'm doing this because I hope I can get you on my side. And that's what you tell them. Then you say, we need to try to simplify so that both of our understandings can be explained and processed in our relationship that you have with me, husband. The karmic person is carrying energies. It's a springboard of fear. And that's the first step You must secure victory and obedience from your narcissist by giving them this structure. You find a way to meet the narcissist on the narcissist level. You're trying to appear less intimidating to get one to talk to you. Not talking at you, talking to you. You have to establish a baseline to get a feel for your narcissist. I'm not a doctor, or you're very toxic control freak. For their speech, what is the rhythm or the cadence that they're using with you? That's important. All narcissists intuitively worked on how many hundreds of thousands of people before they got you. Their body language, you'll notice. I learned to read mine's body language, the tone of voice, the rhythm and cadence in his voice. I know a certain cadence in his voice. I know that he's gaslighting me. I know with this way that he behaves, he's going to blame twist me. I know when he does this, he's acting this way, I'm going to get the silent treatment. Woohoo! 5 days to 2 weeks where I can go do what I want. Oh, yes, please do the silent treatment, Uncle Gray Rock. That's my husband. Oh, please do it. See, I learned to take what he was doing to me and I changed it. He wasn't pleased about it. Did I forget to pluck out of the... Hold on. I told you I have a big tray of them over here. Okay, let me get a pluck in here. You want this? Okay. I do not know what any of this is going to be. Pick me, karmic! I don't know what these are going to be. Love vibes. Adaptability, quickness of mind, use of common sense is how you outsmart an ignorant person. If they're a narcissist or not, adaptability, quickness of mind, and use of common sense, you can outsmart an ignorant person, an ignoramus. Holy Spirit says God is calling in your happy ever after. Your happy ending, sir, if you will just do what I am asking you to go inward. Embrace your most authentic self from now on. Vibe is used to discourage unwanted entities, or you carry this vibration to attract a new level of love with your divine feminine, sir. For some, not all, a lover will come to you again. You know that as their act together now, they grew up, let's say. They grew into themselves, and it's marvelous. Love of the arts, but tenderly. This person has a tendency to melancholy. Well, I'm sure that you can brighten them. Nature's way of telling you to call in some masculine energies, some of you, not all of you, to balance out the feminine. If you're too weepy and too emotional, there's too much of feminine influence. If people are being pushed around and bullied, it's too much masculine, too much machismo. So nature's way of telling you to call in some masculine energies if you're too weepy, too lost in the feminine and you can't get anything done. She's not being receptive if she's all weepy and in the past, or weeping about what the future's going to be. That's not balanced. Keep sowing the seeds of love. Warm, loving nature and generosity. That is your true, authentic self, sir. When did you become cold and calculating? When you refused to bring closure to your karmic. Where you both could go your separate ways and heal from your... It's an energy for some kind of a trauma bond. Grab a friend and have some fun. Here's a vibration to bring out passion. Be your most authentic self, y'all. spoke of obscene things, misinterpreting who the world sees. That's your narcissist. Smearing you for no reason. Divine Masculine keeps harassing you instead of doing self-care work at all. You're being warned, sir. You can do two things. You can do this, and who loves you now, baby? Nobody. Or you can do your self-care work completely. Already trying to cheat you. This is that shadow side of yourself, sir. It's already trying to think, don't listen to Kim. Don't listen to that. You can have your divine feminine, and you can have your karmic cake and eat it too. These aren't even your energies, sir. This sounds like one of your buddies. You old fox, you old dog, you divine masculine. Why can't you tweak it and still do it? Still trying to. This one doesn't want you to settle down with anyone. This person, the good old boy's bachelor's hall. He's a bachelor. He wants you to stay a bachelor forever, sir. So that you can all just hang out. Who needs women? WIMMIN, women. You gave it your best shot and walked away with grace to bring closure. No, you didn't. You had a knockdown, drag-out fight with your comic homewrecker. This person has betrayed you before. Here she is. It's your karmic. Sir, she's still trying to work it with you. Spiritual guide kicks butter snot. Spiritual guide kicks butter snot. This is your spirit team riding real close up your behindies, sir. They're not happy with you. Right now, you're getting into the swing of things here, sir. It's a foundation that you can build for the future if you bring in to the best of your ability in your own skin by forgiving yourself, taking it to the divine and saying, I need your mercy, but I can't get that unless I forgive myself. Show me. Your spirit team's going, you do this first, then you do this. They're saying you have a system of order and practicality in your own skin. Normally, your authentic self is full of law and order. You are able to control yourself. You are usually stable and secure. You use logic and reason, sir. They're saying that you have to keep building on some common sense and you have to get real. You have to get down to earth. You need to work at this on every detail. You need to focus and concentrate. You need to be brave. You need to be strong. You need to be kind to yourself. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for that. I think that you are kind too. They are telling you that the path that you're walking right now, if you do not stop it, is impractical. It's unstable. It's making you in your own head. It's so untidy in there. There's no lack of application. You don't know where to start. You were lazy and weak and unreliable before. You got complacent. You fell into those energies. You're too soft-hearted for that karmic bish. There, I said it. You're too soft-hearted. That's how she did this to you. You're lacking in any method of your own is what you need to work on. What you were telling your divine feminine, she knew something was up because you were being very unimaginative. You were being destructive. These vibrations you were bringing to your divine feminine. You were being obstinate, tenacious about being toxic. You were determined to control and dominate a sweetheart who minds her own business. You were careless and too set in these toxic ways. Now then, over here. Okay, let's see what this is going to be. No, you told me to do it. Like this? Okay. That's the first one. Ooh. Oh. Oh my. Oh my. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Well, that is. There's your divine feminine. There's your divine feminine. Oh. This could mean right here you did unstick yourself, sir. You did it to yourself with those 10 swords, and now you're going to pull those 10 swords out of your own back. You did it to yourself. And now you become pre-emperor to her empress. You're getting close. Okay, what are you saying? Right now? Okay. Hold on. Okay. I can't cross my legs and my ankles here. You can't cross any part of your body when you're doing this angel work, energy work. Oh, wait, I need a stick. Where's the stick? Right there? Are you sure? Okay. Now the first card is, okay, my divine masculine, this is the Four of Cups. You're being reminded, are you going to claim this blessing of abundance? Are you just going to look at those 3 empty cups down there? What's it going to be, boy, yes or no? What are you going to do? The divine in that cloud is handing you a blessing. The blessing is not you, divine masculine. The blessing is the divine feminine. The blessing is not your karmic home wrecker. Okay? Okay, what's this going to be? This is Psalms 9. Okay. 15. 15 is a 6 in numerology. 6 is victory, being successful in your own skin. Well, it's a start, sir. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. I told you. Living word. Bible divination is as accurate as a tarot card reading. That pretty much sums up what we went through already for you. You, sir, divine masculine, are the heathen. You are sunk down in the pit that they made. You and your karmic homewrecker made. Nearly screwed yourself out of a life of luxury and bliss with your divine feminine. Why would you choose the karmic over what has been designed for you? Karmic was not designed for you, sir. In the net which they hid in their own foot taken. You tried to cover it up. You spread a net, a web of lies and deceit. And then would traipse off to your divine feminine like none of this stuff even existed, sir. Oh my goodness. What? The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God. You are a divine chosen one, sir. I told you you've been backsliding is what that verse means. The wicked shall be turned into hell. Well, gee, you've been in hell for the last 24 to 48 hours from my recollection. You forgot God. You forgot that you are an earth angel. Matthew, not everyone gets to be that, sir. Not everyone fits the criteria. And those that do have to stay true and cannot turn evil. You were turning evil. Metaphorically. We're on YouTube. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. That is your divine feminine, sir. God did not forget her. You did. Threw her over for a karmic floozy, metaphorically. Arise, O Lord. Now this is where you better be forgiving yourself for real, or he cannot give you mercy for you to grow beyond this abomination that you created. Arise, O Lord. Let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. You're being judged, but so's your divine feminine. So's your karmic homewrecker. Divine feminine has nothing to fear in being judged while you're going through judgment. She said her prayers correct. She said she forgave you, sir. Did you hear what I said? She forgave you for her sake. So she didn't carry that poison in her that you put there. You planted there without even letting her know she was being poisoned. Metaphorically. We're on YouTube. Put them in fear, O Lord. And you are, sir. You better forgive yourself for real. Then he can show you mercy. If you don't do it for real, you don't get mercy. You don't get your divine feminine. Your choice. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. You are just a scrub of a masculine. You've backslid so far, sir, is what that means. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Clarify the Four of Cups. Here's your message, Page of Pentacles. You can become the blessing again. You were so good in the past. Now, here in the here and now, justice. Justice for your divine feminine. In a way, justice for your karmic. She has to let it go. She has to move forward. She has to. Because what will happen if she goes backwards is not a good thing. Justice for the divine feminine. Well, you're going to get justice for yourself if you forgive yourself. There's that devil card. I told you you were going backwards, sir. If you reject the blessing of being an earth angel and you turn evil, metaphorically, spiritually, energetically wise, physically, mentally, and emotional bodies are all energy bodies, are all your light bodies, being picked off one at a time. The devil. Well, now you're able to look. It's not upside down where you wouldn't forgive yourself. It's right side up. You're able to look at what needs to change. You're able to do the work that done through your authentic self. You won't be fooling your divine feminine now, would you? If you're authentic, you're not fooling her. You are not being authentic. You are being devilish. You are being an opportunist. You are being a narcissist. Metaphorically, because we're on YouTube. Yeah, here you are showing up as the King of Swords. You are headed towards this as your future, as you becoming a full-blown narcissistic masculine, a distorted masculine, not a light worker at all. By the skin of your teeth, look what you nearly became, sir. Again, you switch those energies around. I could be talking to a feminine who's got one heck of a divine masculine energy in you that gives you the power to live your life well. Here we go. This is the Lord saying to you, sir, forgive yourself or I can't give you mercy. That's why it's reversed. If you do, then you get another chance with your divine feminine. If you don't, you chose. You lose. You get nothing. It was your choice. Let's clarify that. Hierophant. Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble? 'Cause you are going to the dark side, Darth Vader. You turned into Darth. Little Anakin turned into Darth Vader. That's what you was doing, Chariot. Forgive yourself to heal yourself and begin to heal this situation no matter how long it takes. What if it took a year for her to trust you, your divine feminine? Yeah, Hierophant, in the here and now, they're saying that you made a really poor choice, sir. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. Okay, the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire. That is your divine feminine, going on and on and on and on. And then, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. That was your karmic Jezebel spirit. Okay, that means right now, sir, God is even pulling for your karmic because in ways you done her wrong too. You never brought closure to what happened between the two of you as youngins for it to get this far, to get to this point. Because your poor choices, even though you were a divine person, a loving person, on the up and up most of the time, except for this one thing, was enough to pull you down. And you having to fight to raise your energy to remain divine. You have the world and new decisions to make if you will forgive yourself and do the work. Judgment card reversed. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all of his enemies, he puffeth at them. That's God, because he can. Puffing his chest out at you, sir. Changing his body language with you, sir. Yeah, Ace of Wands reversed. If you are an earth angel, sir, a light worker, he's saying what you did was pretty severe. This is the Ace of Wands in the borderless deck. There's the tree of life in the Kabbalah above ground with leaves and growth and all of, but the earth line, there's another tree, the tree of the D word. That tree doesn't have any roots to come up into the world we live in. No growth, no grounding, no centering, no balancing. The tree doesn't have any new growth. You're not going to learn. You're not going to grow. You're not going to learn anything in this life. So that card is telling you you are treading on thin ice, sir. That you could be called to the divine for what you did. Called home. Where you're going to be, and you standing before the sandaled foot of God and the hem of his gown, explaining yourself up there before he decides where you're going to go. Up or down? Elevator going to go down? Is that elevator going to take you down to the pits of you know what? HE double hockey sticks. You're being warned. You better assert your soul and your heart and your most authentic self. You better find the grit to forgive yourself so that you can get mercy. It's a pretty sad way to go through life. Your choice. You've got free will. He's telling you you have free will. You better be using it well. 10 of Pentacles reversed. It was this, but you kept secrets. We're clarifying this is the 5 of Cups. You don't have any laurels to rest on, and you don't get to cry over spilled milk. You did this. You and your karmic. You erased your own destiny, is what that means. Or you are erasing it. You have a chance to correct it. You burdened yourself with all of this needlessly. All you had to do in the very beginning, scared witless, is sit your divine feminine down and say, I love what's going on between us and all, but there's something you need to know about my past that could become sticky wicket. And it's not fair for that to, surprise, which is what's happening right now, sir, because you didn't sit her down and tell her about your karmic and what she'd be doing to you, trying to trap you. And quadrupled down the second you found your divine feminine, didn't she? Didn't she? Became ruthless. And because you're soft-hearted, you let her. You let her do this. Led you around by ringing your nose. They've taken your manifestation skill sets away from you, sir, until you straighten this out. You have to do this work. Clarify the 9 of Cups. Your divine feminine. I told you. Things are manifesting in her life so quickly. Her head is spinning. I'm sorry. I have a frog in my throat. She's not conceited. These are the arrows of self-love. She's enraptured. She's in love with her most authentic self processes. And she keeps growing her so fast, her head. Everything she's magnetized to. It's like you have to do the work. If you pull her into your past, you're going to knock her off her square. She'll stop being receptive. If you future fake her about, I'm going to fix this in this amount of time, and you don't, takes longer, she's going to start stressing because does he really love me? Does he really care? Because he just blasted through that goal that it's blasted through it. Can I trust it? So she got some work to do too. And you don't have the right to take her off her path. She's gonna go on as she's told you, sir. With or without you. Now, here we go. 9 of Pentacles. That could be you, but I don't think so. This is her happiness right now. She's in the here and now. Her chakras are in alignment. 9 of Pentacles is an offer of love, and it's not from you, sir. You bollocksed things up a wee tiny bit. Bollocks. B-I-L-O-X. Bollocks. Like lox and cream cheese. Metaphorically, because we're on YouTube. Now then, this could be just platonic. I thought yesterday was a person comes in that could be probably a viable business partner for her. Well, if you're a good divine masculine, you won't be threatened by that, would you? But if you're being a mook, Page of Swords. This is your karmics, flying monkeys, spying on you and your divine feminine and reporting back to her so that she can get you, sir. Metaphorically, she got blood in her eye. She's seeing red with you. What's the other one? Ace of Cups. You're the one who pushed your own cup over. You're the one that pushed your divine feminines. You kicked her cup over with all of this. And you're surprised. Again, this is her moving forward, 3 of Pentacles, and celebrating a partnership. If you get your act together, the partnership could be with you, sir. But this is solid and stable and doesn't have to do any work. I still say this is a business or a business partnership that you better let her do it. Do not try to get in her way. Divine's not having it. You've got to keep your nose clean, sir. Oh, gosh. You were doing so well keeping up appearances with your divine feminine that you were a mature, viable lover. Not anymore. You packed it up and put it in a casket in a mausoleum. Is what you did. She didn't sign up for that. And you trying to clarify the 7 of Cups. You trying to cover up your karmic. This is your divine feminine. See that sword she's holding right now? Because this just broke. That was the sword that you put in her back, sir. She had to pull that out herself. Do you see it pointing up to the divine? She's getting ready to, if you're married, sir, she's getting ready to divorce you. If you are not, if you're engaged, engagement off. You chose. But see, she's got her hand out and open to you. Like, come here. We're going to try and at least process this, and then we will see, is it going to be fate because you screwed up our destiny? Or is it really going to continue to be our destiny? That's on you, sir. Or miss, you change those energies around as you need to. Woo. High Priestess is in alignment with Temperance. That's your divine feminine. She's leveling up, and you better get your act together, sir. She levels up. You're expected to level up, to raise your vibration. But if you're in that devil energy, you can't. God's saying to you, for this whole mess you in, sir, if you come to me cold, or if you come to me hot, I will let you in. You're either with me or you're against me, right? He's cool with that. You have free will. But if you play games with the divine and with God, he says to you, sir, but if you're lukewarm, I will spit you out of my mouth. You're about there. Which side is your bread buttered on? Are you of the divine or are you of the devil? They're asking you, what's it gonna be? Yes or no? What's it gonna be? Temperance. She is in alignment to bringing in what it is that she deserves in love. And here she is as the Empress, ruling right now her empire. Emperor's not out here, sir. You just barely here at the tail end outcome is you as pre-emperor in that 9 of Pentacles. Well, that right there shows me a high probability. You're going to do this because your divine feminine does really mean something to you. That's God's truth, but you did this. You chose. That Ten of Swords came out of you when you walked away from your karmic. Yeah, this is you and the karmic. It's over. It's over. Put a fork in it. She's not going to let loose of you, though, especially once you clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Once you start stepping into your Emperor, she's going to want you all to herself at that point. Danger up ahead. Hidden enemies in your karmic. She's going to bring in vast amounts of spiritual warfare against you and your divine feminine. Once you make your decision, either way, you're not going with her. You're done. Right now, she's ginning up more choppy waters, more toxins, more aggressive, harmful, threatening energies. It's not just her friends, her family, that's like a gang stalking vibration. You got to walk away from all of this. You got to come clean is what the outcome is. What? He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it. Okay, that right there tells me spiritually, you are resonating with the Most High, sir. You go in that contemplation and you sit with Him, the Most High. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thine hand. Forget not the humble. See, that's what I said. You got a high probability that you make it to your place of being humble and showing humility and contrition. You are showing God contrition first. Then you must convey contrition to your divine feminine. Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, to requite it with thy hand of God. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. See, you turned your back against the Father of all humankind, God, the Most High. See, you're sorry. I'm really happy to see this in your outcome. The Lord is King forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble divine masculine. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear. Okay, I think that's a beautiful outcome. See there? See there how you worked it out on your own? Oh, I thank you for that. Temperance card. You're going to be okay. You're going to do fine. You just had to shake yourself to your root. And now, see, by doing this before the 8-8 line gates portal, divine masculine and divine feminine have a chance now to safely get through that portal and pick up your treasures on the other side when you shoot on through. Here you stand, sir. You are the King of Wands. What I mean, I say. What I say, I mean. And if I'm going to correct this in order to be in right and might with my divine feminine in bliss, that may we move forward in bliss. Ooh, Catherine Lee Scott. Yes. Being able to pull together inside of yourself, sir, your inner divine masculine, inner divine feminine are in balance. I'd say that this is the sword of Damocles hanging over your head. Not anymore. It's not hanging over your head. You know that the actions that you took were harmful. And you are showing regret and contrition. I'm sorry. And look, here you become the King of Cups. Once again, this is who your divine feminine fell in love with, dear. You need to go back to being that, and even more so that she can see you're authentic and she can trust in that. Not that fake poser personality you put on. She didn't like that. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. This is the divine asking you, are you going to just lay down and die? Or are you going to fight for yourself first, your most authentic self, so that you can claim your rightful place beside your divine feminine? Your empress. You are her emperor. And to celebrate. Okay, I like that. I hate to just come down so hard on you, but I kind of had to, huh? Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let's get over here and see. Well, for me, that's still pretty good. Remember, I need you all to help me with the algorithm. Excuse me, to get these messages out. There are people out there scared half out of their minds. They do not know what to do, what to think, and they can't figure out what it is they're dealing with. Share my videos. Some of these people are scared out of their minds. Help me. Even if you do not like this video, please hit the thumbs up anyway. What the hell? Subscribe. It's the only way that I can get these messages out to the people who need it. These are all timeless videos. No matter when you click on and view the entire video, they're timeless. Use my videos as an icebreaker. I've told you this. Did you watch that video? I don't care if just watch a minute of it or two. We love our auntie. She's cray-cray. She's pretty funny. She deals with some serious stuff, but she makes it painless so you can learn. It's really hard for me to just come out of the cold up to you and say, hey, I know something's wrong. I think you're either in a domestic violence situation or maybe you're with a narcissist. Yeah, you roll your eyes at me and send me on my way. So she said, when you do that, you're going to take on that person's karma and they're in trouble and they don't know who to trust. Share my videos. Let my video take on the karma for you first. And you can say, well, you didn't get to see it. Well, then this is my chance to sit down and talk to you, and either you're going to tell me what's going on or you won't. But I'm using this video to break the ice because it was really uncomfortable to figure out how to do so. And she said, share my videos. Let me take on the karma so you can at least have the conversation. And on that note, you go out there and you have a really great day.